everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, ready to reaction along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. You can feel the energy here in the Bradley Center. The Bucks looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep.
And a year ago, they avoided any mistakes winning the season series against this club.
State Farm presents the starting 5. Look at who we've got on the floor for the Cavaliers. Irving and Waiters in the backcourt. Thompson at the 4 and Varejao at the 5. And it's Miles in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Brandon Jennings and Monte Ellis comprise the backcourt. Ilyasova and Dallenberg are down low. And it's Nba2K13 in at the 3. Waiters passes to Irving. The dish to Waiters. Back to Irving. Feeds to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. With the clock winding down, and it's Irving missing. Steve mentioned the success they had against them in their contest a year ago. They did exactly what they needed to do against them.
Yep, it was a solid performance from them. Most times they got together. They should have them feeling good about their chances today.
The pass to Miles. Pass to Waiters. Rebounded by the Bucks. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And their shooting percentage from that game tells the story. They got hot, and they stayed hot.
I know, it was something to watch, wasn't it? I mean, I kept waiting for those guys to cool off, and it just never happened. Central Division last year was a bit polarized in terms of Chicago and Indiana way up at the top with Detroit and Cleveland at the bottom, and Milwaukee just ended up getting stuck in the middle.
Thompson. That one goes. Count it. Cleveland on defense. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And that's the kind of loss that sticks with you for a while, guys, because they were probably the better team that night. And they just couldn't put the game away.
You know, Steve, you'd almost rather get beaten by double digits than know you should have won it, but didn't.
Here's Ellis. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Back to the Bucks with the injury to Bogut, which was early in the season. I think game 11 of the regular year. They fell back in the race, and by the time they made the trade, they just didn't have enough time to, Steve, get back in perhaps.
Yeah, but long term, Kevin, I like what they're doing. You know, adding Monte Ellis. They drafted John Henson from North Carolina, who's going to be an excellent defensive player. So they've got some strengths, and they've got to continue to build on those and hopefully sneak into the playoffs this year.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 14th in rebounding. 15th in three-point shooting. And as far as steals go, bottom third of the league. That's unacceptable.
Now here's Waiters. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago.
And he really kept his head down, withdrawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team. I think Ersan Ilyasova was one of the unknown stories from a year ago, but he was fantastic. Rebounded the ball really well. And how about the one game? He had 29 points and 25 boards, one of the best performances all season.
Irving with it, picked up by Ellis. Shoots from the elbow. Shot is blocked. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. It's Jennings with the drive. Good! Jennings has got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, you know, when you take a look at Ilyasova, he's unusual among pick-and-pop big man in that he likes contact. He's not just looking to stand out there and shoot threes after he sets a screen. Even though he's 235 pounds, that's not super big. He'll get in there and fight with the big boy.
Shots good by Ellis.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
There's the pick. Miles dishes to Waiters. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. 5th best, the Bucks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. I mean, you could see their confidence growing as they continue to put up points on the board.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Shot clock at 6. Here's Miles. Drops in the tray. Miles has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up, because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's Waiters, drilled from 11 feet out. Waiters got his first bucket in this one.
And for Byron Scott, coach of the Cavs, of course, he was one of the great shooters of his time. Played a long time with the Lakers and then hit some big shots for the Indiana Pacers.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Irving against D'Alembert. Irving kicks to Thompson. Waiters. Verajao passes to Waiters. 5 to shoot. Now Verajao inside. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. The Bucks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. And it's Irving with the rebound. And for Byron Scott, he played on some great teams and, Steve, for some great coaches.
He sure did. Played obviously with those Laker teams. Spent some time in Indianapolis. So Byron Scott knows what it takes to communicate to your players, to share what you're trying to get across. He understands how to win. He's got a ton of credibility from his players as a result.
And it's tied up with that one.
It's been no postseason action for Cleveland since LeBron James left. Overall, it seems the franchise goes on these spurts of making and not making the playoffs. I don't think they'll have to wait too long before getting back there, though. A lot of good young players in the Cavs system now.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Well, getting back, Clark, to what you said about Cleveland, postseason not a problem for them, but the franchise still looking for their first championship.
Well, they came close. Remember 2007, they made the finals, although they did get swept by San Antonio, but that was when LeBron James was around. And ever since the trade, or I should say the defection of LeBron, ultimately it was a sign and trade, but ever since LeBron left, they've been in rebuilding mode here in Cleveland.
Thompson misses. The Bucks shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. On the wing, Ellis can't get that one to fall either. Cavaliers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Irving with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Launches a 3, and there's Miles. That's good on the assist by Irving. Miles has got 8 points.
He may not be their top three-point option, guys, but you still got to cover him. I mean, you got to defend him in some form or fashion.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
The Bucks know they have sufficient talent, and were right in the mix of it last year. Ended up making a playoff push, but came up 4 games short of securing that 8th seed. And had things gone a little differently, particularly on the road, they might have been able to get it done.
Sure. Drew Gooden has checked in for Milwaukee. Zeller, he's checked in for Cleveland. Now here's Jennings. His last outing, he had 8 points. Ellis, that's good. Cavaliers leading. Well, if you look back at the Bucks season, they were injured and they were missing players. And had they been healthy, there is a pretty good chance they would have been a playoff team in the Eastern Conference.
That's right.
Steve?
Well, you know how that goes. I mean, health is a factor every year. And sometimes the breaks go your way, sometimes they don't. But I think it's going to be important for Milwaukee this season. I mean, they don't have a huge margin for error, so they've got to stay healthy if they're going to get back to the playoffs.
Now here's Ellis. After the miss from Tyler Zeller, Ilyasova dishes to Mbah a Moute. Ellis gets to Jennings. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And it's 7 points for Brandon Jennings.
Well, he can shoot the three. We know that. But I'm not sure the D does. I mean, they weren't anywhere near him on that possession.
Irving with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Chicago.
And how about his defense? 4 steals on the night. He was so aggressive.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Udo's checked in for Ilyasova. Tobias Harris comes in for Mbamute. Cool Hands checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Udrich in for Brandon Jennings. Here's Clark. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. And Steve and Clark, what do you make of his comments to the media after their last game?
You know, playing in your first game is an eye-opening experience, to say the least. I mean, everything moves 100% faster than anything you've been part of before. College and preseason help you prepare, but there's no substitute for the real thing.
No question, Clark. I remember going from preseason to the regular season. It was such a jump in intensity. It really startled me. I mean, preseason's pretty simple, pretty easy. All of a sudden, the regular season starts and everybody's going, as you said, 100% faster.
That's good.
You know, those types of high percentage shots, Kevin, should be a big part of what they do going forward.
And here is Gibson. To the middle, Irving. Goes right up. Right through the D for the layup. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Here's Clark. Zeller grabs the board. Outside Irving. Passes it to Zeller. Back to Irving. Caspi from downtown. Here's Zeller. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And a chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. 3rd in assists, 5th in scoring. And they were in the top 10 in steals as well. I mean, this is a team that really gets after people defensively. Deflections, pressure on the ball, all of that leads to steals.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This was a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Henson comes in for Drew Gooden. That's Dunleavy in for Udrich. Then for the Cavaliers, Luke Herringody. He's checked in for Samardo Samuels. Walton comes in for Caspi. And it's Jeremy Pargo in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Pargo. There's the screen. With the lead pass. Shot's good by Gibson. Bucks trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Dunleavy. Shot is no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. A runner, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you talk about Daniel Boobie Gibson. He's one of those guys who's kind of a shooting guard in a point guard's body. You know, he can help you offensively as long as you figure out how to defend at the other end. That's why his best years were with LeBron James. He could play off the ball on offense, but he could guard the point guard on defense.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Udo. And it's Jennings in for Cool Hands. Both good from the line that time. And Gibson, a player who throughout his career has shot a better percentage outside the arc than Clark he has inside the arc.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual, but for a smaller guy, it can be tough to finish around all those tall players inside. So when the floor is spaced, that's where he can find room to knock down triples. This has been a strong statement by them, the way they've come out and attacked the glass early.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. I love the physical play, the fact that they're taking the game right to their opponents. Well, ever since LeBron James left, it's been a tough go for Cleveland. But I thought they had a solid season last year. They got better. They started winning some games on the road, which they couldn't do at all in the previous year. And I think Cleveland is now building a solid foundation for the future.
And the first one at the line is good. Cavaliers much better on the road last season too, Steve. And even though they didn't really win a lot. You know, Clark, they gathered experience for their young core, highlighted by their Rookie of the Year, Kyrie Irving.
Well, the fans knew it would take some time, but they've got to be excited by all the young talent they've stockpiled here. And the future clearly is on the bright side, and that's what you're looking for when you've got young players. Promise for the days ahead.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks were a perfect model of average last year against the East. I mean, 48 games they played in the conference, and they won 24 of them and lost 24 of them.
Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Henson. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Miles is checked in. Bucks trail by 8. Jennings kicks to Ellis to end the run.
Ridiculous move. Tore it down that time.
Pretty significant laps there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones you just can't allow that.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups defensively, you're in huge trouble.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Sprite. The Cavaliers shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Kicks to Waiters. The feed now to Herringody. He dishes it to Miles. This one for 3. Gets it to go. Miles has got 11.
And you look at Bucks head coach Scott Skiles, a point guard in his playing days. He won an Indiana State title in high school. And, of course, 10 years playing in the league.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
Well, it didn't take long to get those 3 points back.
Nope, an immediate answer right there. Right back at you.
Pargo kicks to Waiters. He feeds it to Pargo. Dishes it to Waiters. He kicks it to Herringody. Rebound, Milwaukee. And see, if you look at Scott Skiles' playing career, 1991, the most improved player in the NBA. That was the year. Remember he set that record for assists in a game with 30?
Yeah, he was just amazing as a point guard. Not very talented athletically, but just incredible will, great feel for the game, and an unbelievable passer. Also one of the great free throw shooters of all time, 89% for his career.
Here's Pargo. 30 seconds left in the first. And Varejao backs down. Knocks it loose. The shot from the low post is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 8. Ellis outside. He passes to Dallenberg. Varejao on him. With his first shot attempt. A shot by Dallenberg, no good.
Good foul there defensively. Make him earn 2 points from the line.
I agree with you. I mean, no freebies. Don't give anybody an easy opportunity. Make good use of your foul there.
The Cavaliers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And that one misses. Both teams deciding to change it up. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Here's Jennings. No good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers lead by 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
See the show and make yourself heard. Come out and support your hometown Bucks. Multiple game packages still available to see Cool Hands, one of the best in the league. So come out and welcome our sensational new rookie.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Well, they've been getting to the foul line here an awful lot. The aggressive play really paying off.
Yeah, and you know what? It also helps to put the mute button on the crowd. I mean, when you methodically score at the line, that can put those fans on their hands.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. Caspi is out there with Samardo Samuels. Then it's Daniel Gibson. That's Kyrie Irving, and it's Zeller in the 5 spot. Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, guys, cool hands in the last outing against the Celtics did some really solid work on the floor. He had 12 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. He came pretty close to closing out the perfect game from the field, but I think his coach will take it. Pretty good effort, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Guys, he's got to be pretty happy about his performance.
Most definitely. I mean, we've seen him play some great basketball, and last game was just another example of that.
Well, it's just great to see him fulfilling his potential and really playing at a high level.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Nice, aggressive defensive play to make the steal and start the break.
Yeah, and I like the fact they didn't mess around with it once they got it.
Here's Clark. The rebound by Gibson.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, the thing about Irving is that he's got great pace to his game, Kevin. It comes down the lane. It looks like he's in slow motion, but he's really not. He's just collected, he's poised, and he's got really strong legs, so he can get wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, and even if he gets clipped while up in the air, Kyrie can go on and finish anyway. He's deceptively strong and really has a great IQ. You just don't see that kind of composure from a player who's as young as he is.
The drive by Ellis. There's the dish to Gooden. Over Irving. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Gooden. That's 12 points for Ellis. The Cavaliers leading by 6. And Gibson kicks to Irving. To the paint. Zeller. And it's blocked. Here's Clark. Feeds it to Ellis. Leads him in there. And it's Gooden with the jam.
An open lane right there. Pretty much saw the daylight he wanted and took advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity, and he seized it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. After the basket by Milwaukee. Here's Zeller. And Henson pulls it down. Bucks trail by 4. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Kicks it out to Ellis. Kept alive. The second effort. And that one's good by Gooden. Gooden's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Playing much better here, guys, and it looks like they're starting to make up some ground. We'll see if that can continue.
Here's Irving. Good on the shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Henson. Tobias Harris comes in for Monte Ellis. And it's Jennings in for cool hands. Here's Dunleavy. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 4 assists in the game.
And one of the ways Brandon Jennings has improved his game is by taking care of the basketball. You know, his assists were decent, about 5 per game. But what he did a nice job of last year was keeping the turnovers down, and that allowed the Bucks to run their offense efficiently.
Now, here is Irving. After Dion Waiters miss. Over Gooden. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 13.
Well, that's been nice, efficient work, guys, that he's been doing. I mean, we haven't seen him take many bad shots, and that's the sign of a mature, poised player.
And here's Jennings outside. Gets it to go. 10 points for him. And Stevie touched on Jennings and his improvement, and he's a gymnast. There's no doubt about it. Plays a lot of basketball in the offseason.
Yeah, he's shown a real dedication to getting better during the summers, and that's when you do get better. You can't just get better during the season. You got to commit off-season time to enhancing your craft, getting better at what you do. For Jennings, it's not a matter of him not being in the gym. It's more targeted practice that he has to lock into.
Here's Irving, following the bucket by the Bucks. Throws up the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
Now here's Waiters. Shoots over Jennings. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Not a bad way to rebuild if you're Cleveland. 2 of the top 5 picks in the 2011 draft. They used those picks on Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson. Those guys are going to be part of the foundation of this club for many years to come.
Dunleavy. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And it's Miles missing.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
Irving made an immediate impact for the Cavaliers, and Tristan Thompson, Clark, eased into his role as the season progressed. Definitely a good deal for Cavalier basketball.
Well, anytime you're trying to build, it's nice to be able to get 2 important and talented building blocks in one draft, as the Cavs did. I mean, you can't say enough about how great those 2 are, because not only do they have talent, they're hard workers too, and excited about the future.
Well, where did Brandon Jennings stack up last year statistically? Let's take a look. 12th in steals, 16th in scoring, and he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And you know, on his way to that top 15 ranking on the steals list, he really established himself as one of the toughest defensive matchups in the league.
Now here's Jennings. He's got 10. Harris. It's back to Jennings. Takes the 3. Waiters grabs the miss. Cavaliers leading. And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. Irving kicks to Herangoni. Makes the lead pass. That's blocked. Gets it to go. Bucks have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. The pass to Gooden. It's back to Jennings. Inside, Gooden. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 6th assist on the night. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And this will be the first full year in the backcourt together for Jennings and Ellis. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this small, thin lineup will hold up, especially at the defensive end of the court.
With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. In the 3rd spot, the Bucks.
Yeah, wonderful passing team, and it was the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish.
Irving passes to Waiters. Back to Irving. Irving gets a screen from Varejao. Off the drop step. The shot no good. Steve, as you said, defensively it might be tough getting stopped. When you talk about speed to burn in this backcourt, both guys can fly.
Yeah, they've got tremendous speed. They get up and down, create a lot of steals defensively, but put pressure on the opponent's defense with the ability to shoot the ball deep and drive it to the rim.
Here's Irving. Following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Now look at the Cavaliers' upcoming schedule. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That will be their 2nd of 6 road games for the team.
A lot of interesting stuff going on around the league, and I'll tell you, the game I have my eye on is the Clipper matchup. That should be a good one.
Now here's Jennings. He's got 12. Dallenberg sets a screen for Harris. Dunleavy. Right side Jennings. The 3 is launched. Good. Jennings has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, that was a nice start. After having a good first quarter, he's showing us more of the same here.
Now Irving. He's got 15. Waiters dishes to Miles. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Miles has got 13.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Now, here's Gooden. He had 22 points in the win against the Celtics in Boston. Just 2 to shoot. with 1 on the clock. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, Anderson Varejao is one of the best defensive big men in the game. As Cavs point guard Kyrie Irving said, some people downplay how talented Andy is. He's a great center, always on the offensive glass, always talking. He brings a lot of energy, and I do feel like he's a little underappreciated throughout the league. Coach Byron Scott agreed, saying, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. Kevin, you love it when someone loves their teammate.
One of the hardest working players in the league. Thank you, Doris.
Those hustle players sometimes get overlooked, but he's an impact guy.
Back to Irving. Pass to Waiters. Fades away. Got it. Good job in the low post. Waiters got his second basket of the night. Clark and Steve, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
Yeah, how about that last lead change, guys? That's number 7 for the game.
Off the screen. Dunleavy's shot is off.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action. So far, he hasn't made much of a contribution at the offensive end.
Shot by Gooden is no good.
Yeah, that's very uncharacteristic for him to miss that shot with such little defensive pressure.
And Miles kicks to Irving. Passes it to Varejao. Milwaukee with the rebound. Jennings has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, a tremendous start to last season for Anderson Varejao. He was rebounding ferociously, leading the NBA in offensive boards, and then a broken wrist in February meant he had to miss most of the rest of the season. And, of course, a shot at the All-Star game. Just a shame.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 17. Lifts up. The teardrop falls in. Irving's got 19 points.
I think it's as simple as this, guys. Get him the ball. That's all you need to do. Give it to him.
Dunleavy kicks to Jennings. To stop the drought. Here's Gooden. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Varejao's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Irving passes to Varejao. Back to Irving. Blocked. And up the court come the Bucks. On the break, Dallenberg dishes to Dunleavy. Off on the layup. And actually, Varejao missed all of the remainder of the season. Just 25 games played for him last year.
And that was a tough break, not only for him, but for the Cavs as well. We'll see if he can pick up where he left off. As Steve said, he had a great start to last season.
Irving against Jennings. Now here is Harris. And again, the Bucks miss.
You know, as tight as this game is, you have to like their chances the way they've been rebounding.
They have a pretty good margin in that department, so they've got to continue to hit the boards hard. It'll pay off for them in the end.
That was a hole punch jam there, Kevin.
A nice finish.
Yeah, you got to love the way he just capped off that strong move.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
Seems to be getting better as this game goes on.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He dishes it to Miles. And there's the feed to Herringota. Kicks it to Irving, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And the technical free throw is good.
I think he simply needs to get back to doing what he was doing there in the first quarter.
We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. And Zeller kicks to Pargo. Dishes it to Casper. He feeds it to Gibson. Jacks up a 3. No good. And we finish one half of basketball. Cavaliers on top. They're up by 6.
56.
Well, folks, stick around here at halftime.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
That's one thing to get to the rim, and it's another to finish when you get there. I mean, he's done both so far.
He's done a great job of being able to complete plays at the rim, finishing drives nicely.
Ilyasova and D'Alembert are down low. Brandon Jennings and Monte Ellis comprise the back. And it's Nba2K13 into the three slot. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half with.
You know, Cleveland had a lot of positives to build off of last season, Kevin, but one of the areas where they still struggled was games within the division. Not a good showing in that Central Division for the Cavs.
That's going to be important for this team to fight over the top of screens defensively.
Yeah, you got to tag him and stay right close to him because with his touch, he doesn't need much space to get his shot off.
Here's Ellis, and that one's good. Ellis has got 14. Back to the Cavs in the Central Division. The Central Division, a tough one. Since Clark, firsthand, Cavs should have done better, though, than a 3-12 record.
Well, you know you're going to have all kinds of trouble with Indiana and Chicago. But, yeah, I think they could have done a little bit better. You know, you have some beatable teams in there with Detroit and Milwaukee. But that's the way it goes sometimes. You get into a rut, you're having a bad season, bad spell. It can get away from you in a hurry.
The first one falls.
You know, one thing you might not know about Kyrie Irving, he's actually an Australian citizen. His dad played professionally down under, and so Irving was actually born in Melbourne, just like Andrew Bogut.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Kyrie Irving actually toyed with the idea of playing for Australia's national team for a while.
Yeah, but I think his first choice remains to play for Team USA, and given the start to his NBA career, things may fall right in line in that regard.
Shot by D'Alembert, no good.
You gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Irving kicks to Waiters. Irving. And that one's good. Irving's got 26.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. He kicks to Ellis. Over Waiters. Ellis can't get it to go.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Irving with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Thompson passes to Irving. Irving gets a screen from Varejao. Jennings with the double team. Irving dishes to Varejao. 6 to shoot. Shot's good by Waiters.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
And Ilyasova kicks to D'Alembert. He passes to Ilyasova. The dish to Ellis. It's up a 3. But they recover it. Here is Nba2K13, and that one's good.
Well, not only does he excel at getting those offensive rebounds, but he's really good getting putbacks and layups off of those boards.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better be making some noise for your energy.
These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. You take a look at Ilyasova, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
Now, very deserved spot for him among the league's leading three-point shooters. He was terrific last season.
And taken away by Ellis. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Ellis with the ball. Drains the jumper to finish the break. Ellis has got 16 points. Outside Irving. Verajao up top. Irving. He's guarded by Jennings. Here's Waiters. And the rebound goes to D'Alembert. D'Alembert's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Ellis can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Fellas, last season, the first since Scott Skiles took over as head coach in Milwaukee that the Bucks were not in the top half of the league in defensive efficiency. Coach Skiles is looking to turn that back around, and he talked about his defensive philosophy. He said, look, the perimeter players in this league are very gifted with the ball, and almost all of them are great athletes. So you've got to be on. You've got to be competitive and stay in a stance. Your footwork has to be impeccable. What we challenge our guys to do from the first day of camp is guard your guy for 3 dribbles. If you can do that, we'll get the help there. Kevin, sounds simple, not easy to execute.
Well, Coach Skiles always challenges his teams defensively. Thanks, Doris. Verajao passes to Irving. Feeds it to Miles. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Ellis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Ilyasova, so they take the lead. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Irving with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Looking to end the drought. Shots good by Waiters. Waiters got 12 points in the game.
Just too easy. They're getting whatever they want down there.
You said it, Steve. 5 straight field goals inside for them. The defense has to clamp down here.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
A different look for Milwaukee. Udo comes in for Samuel D'Alembert, and Cool Hands subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Here's Ellis, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Ellis has got 20 points, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
Looking over there at Steve, he's enjoying every second of the
Yes,
play.
yeah, me too. Man, this has been great, guys. The fans getting their money's worth. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Clark dishes to Ellis. Here's Clark. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And the pace has really ramped up in the second half.
Steve, I like the re-energized effort here. I mean, it's been a battle.
Here's Pargo. Now the pass to Caspi. Puts the lead pass in front of him. There's the block. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Monte Ellis last year. 11th in scoring, 14th in assists. And, of course, he ended up in the top 15 in steals, a result of some of the quickest hands in the league.
And what a nice weapon he was for them offensively. I mean, he was an excellent option every time down the court. I mean, his top 15 points per game ranking, that says it all. Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Ellis left side, using his post moves to get the 2 points. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
Well, Ellis is just a dynamic scorer, as we all know. A penetrator, a lane runner. He's a guy who can absorb contact in transition and still finish off plays. Just one of the best perimeter players that we have in this league.
He really is. He's always been a great scorer. He's been asked to take a lot of big shots. That's nothing new for him to have the ball in his hands with the game on the line. You never know. We might see another game winner here tonight.
Pass to Clark. Passes it to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Ellis for the three. There's the bucket. Good. Ellis has got 13 points in just this quarter.
Well, it took him a long time to get that three-point range. Maybe this will get him going.
The feed to Samuels. Working on Ilyasova. Fades. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Clark kicks to Udo. Up with it. Can't get it to fall. The Cavaliers trail by 6. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on a 19-6 run. Ellis. The rebound by Gibson.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time. What a half they're having from beyond the arc. It's getting ridiculous.
And there's no reason they shouldn't keep attacking from out there. I mean, they got it going on in a big way now.
Shot by Zeller, no good.
This has been a game for him to forget. So far, anyway. We'll see if he can pick it up.
Here's Clark. 7 points in the game. Kicks it to Nba2K13. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. Then it'll be a home game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Yeah, no question. Boston fans hoping their team can pull it off today.
Here's Pargo. Gives him the lead pass. A nice shot by Zeller. Zeller's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Clark. 7-point differential. Dishes to Nba2K13. He feeds it to Clark. Can't hit. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Pargo. Gibson with it. Nba2K13 pulls it in.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Drew Gooden has checked in for Udo. Henson comes in for Ilyasova. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Nba2K13. And it's Udrich in for cool hands. Bucks leading by 7. Now Udrich. He kicks it to Jennings. Beyond the arc. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Irving's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Isn't it amazing, guys, how quickly Kyrie Irving adapted to the pro game? Played only 11 games his freshman season at Duke before declaring for the draft, and was fantastic with Cleveland his rookie year, winning Rookie of the Year award, in fact.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's Waiters, once again off the mark by Cleveland. You talk about where Kyrie Irving's rookie season stacks up. His player efficiency rating was higher than the rookie ratings for Derrick Rose, Tyreek Evans, Mike Conley, or John Wall.
Well, you know what? His rookie performance statistically stacked up pretty well to Chris Paul's rookie season. That tells you an awful lot about what Irving did.
Clock at 6. That's good. Irving's got 8 here in the quarter.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Ellis kicks to Henson. Kicks it out to Jennings. Now the dish to Henson. Feeds it to Udrich. Leads him in there. The dive for the ball. Walton with the steal.
A chance to go for the 2-for-1.
Well, we'll see if they can do that.
Miles the pass to Walton. And taken away by Ellis. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And it's blocked. 3-on-3. And again, Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Jennings kicks to Udrih. Ellis, right side, shoots over Miles. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Benson's got his first points of the night.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
On deep, and that's not going to go. The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 9. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
The NBA season blasts off. Danny Granger and the Indiana Pacers go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs next Monday, 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific.
While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
Kevin, the uncontainable game has come from the Bucks bench. When your number is called, you have got to be prepared. And gentlemen, everyone on that bench has answered the bell. Back to you.
Doris, thank you. Boy, you can never underestimate, can you, how significant an impact your bench can be?
Yeah, Kevin, especially with the long season in the NBA. The bench plays such a big role because you need energy night in and night out. And I thought these guys did a terrific job tonight.
And you know what, guys? You know the deal. Even if those guys don't play a lot, they're in practice every day getting in their work, going as hard as the big-name guys so that they're always ready when their chance does come.
Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Cleveland, Thompson at the 4 and Varejao at the 5. Irving and Waiters in the backcourt, and it's Miles in at the small forward position.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. Steve, a resounding dunk.
Yeah, a take-no-chances slam, guys.
Jennings against Irving. And Nba2K13 gets to Jennings. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Irving with it.
What a throw down there. Man. You let him get to the rim, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You deserve that.
He's more than capable. You're right, Clark, of providing some great highlight reel material.
Yes, sir.
And for a point guard to finish like that, I mean, that is just special.
Ellis kicks to Ilyasova. He passes to Jennings. Ilyasova sets a screen for Jennings. The pass to Ilyasova. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And did you see the pick there? Got him wide open all the way to the rim.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Back to Irving. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Bucks making a change here. Gooden's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Zeller, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Waiters dishes to Irving. Irving gets a screen from Zeller. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 35.
No question about it, guys. He's been one of their best performers today.
Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. Pass to D'Alembert. Backing down. They get a hand on it. Ellis with it. And it's Waiters picking him up. Lets it fly from 18. Shot by Gooden is no good. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Irving. Rebound Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11 points. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
Boy, a lot of fans really focused on that matchup for Memphis.
And that one's good. That's 29 points for Ellis.
Had no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
here is Irving. Waiters. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Irving. Drew Gooden grabs the miss. Gooden's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Ellis. Over Irving. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist from Brandon Jennings. And it's an 8-point Bucks lead.
Anytime they've needed a hoop, he's taken over one shot after another. Boy, is he playing well.
Outside Irving. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
Cool hands checked in for Milwaukee. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson's checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Clark. He dishes it to Dallenberg. Clark. Bucks passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland will come the other way. Here's Waiters. And another miss by Cleveland. Bucks leading by 8. Clark, the pass to Jennings. Over Waiters. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And that's 20 points for Brandon Jennings. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Thank you, Doris.
Oh, a fantastic quarter for him here in the fourth. I mean, efficiency personified here.
Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. And that's now 33 points for Ellis.
Well, they haven't had to ask him to do too much, but he's doing whatever's needed out there.
Irving dishes to Waiters. With the lead pass, gets it to go.
That's 5 straight hoops in the paint. What a fantastic job of attacking the rim.
Well, Steve, they're getting the looks that they want down there, so might as well keep going right at the rim. If there's no resistance, then make them pay.
Clark kicks to Dallenberg. And an emphatic dunk.
Went for the two-hand throw down there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Now, here is Irving. Now the feed to Waiters. Irving kicks to Waiters. Again, the Cavaliers score. Here's Clark. Dishes it to Jennings. Ilyasova. He feeds it to Ellis. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot is good. Ellis has got 35. The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Outside Irving. He kicks it to Zeller. Irving. Here's Waiters. It's rebounded by Ellis. Ellis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And that rebound pushes their margin to +5 on the boards. Solid job on the glass.
Well, it's just part of what they've done here to build this big lead, and it shouldn't be overlooked. I mean, rebounding is a huge part of this game.
Irving kicks to Waiters. The rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
A very rough quarter for him as not much is falling right now.
Ring shot on the way. That's good. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Irving passes to Thompson. The dish to Waiters. Down low. Deflected. And up the court come the Bucks. On the break. Ellis with the ball. Blocked. and they're able to recover. Nice shot by DWYANE.
And what I like watching, Kevin, with this guy is his ability to just chase down rebounds. I mean, he plays so hard, hustles from the opening tip till the final buzzer, and it really shows with his work on the offensive glass.
And his shot blocking can't be overlooked. I mean, he's known to send shots singing backwards. I mean, he brings that intimidation factor at the defensive end for sure.
Nba2K13's checked in for cool hands. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Waiters dishes to Irving. Shoots over Jennings, and that one's good. Irving's got 39.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
That's good. And it's 37 points for Ellis.
I like it. He could have gone for the forced finish, but opted instead for kind of a nice smooth finger roll. I like it.
Irving with it. Feeds to Miles. The 3. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Ilyasova's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. They grabbed their own miss. Nba2K13. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
He misses the free throw. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Zeller. Good on the second free throw. Now Irving. From 15 feet away, it's rebounded by Ilyasova.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. DWYANE sets a screen for Ilyasova. There's the pass to Ellis. 6 to shoot. Nba2K13 the pass to Ellis. Over Waiters. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist from Nba2K13. Nba2K13's got 3 assists tonight. And the Cavaliers call time here.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Varejão with a screen on Ellis. Miles dishes to Irving. He passes it to Thompson. Passes to Miles. Shot clock at 5. They get the rebound. No good.
They have really been a group of glass eaters out there today, fellas. I mean, just devouring any and all rebounds.
And I think that's the difference in the game right now. A double-digit lead in that category. He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
You got to love what he's doing out there, guys. With his team down, he's personally trying to bring them back.
Ellis outside. Ellis left side. And it's Miles with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Waiters. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're winning by 15. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. .146 left in the fourth. Irving against Jennings. He dishes it to Dallenberg. Pass to Ellis. Over Miles. And again, the Bucks miss. The Cavaliers trail by 15. And Waiters kicks to Irving. There's the feed to Miles. Fires the three. Thompson passes to Waiters. Tries again. And the shot is good. Waiters got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, 10 of their last 12 points coming in the paint.
Yeah, I like their aggressiveness on offense, but the question is, where's the defense? They've got to put up some resistance here.
Ellis gets to Jennings. Back to Ellis. Over Waiters. Ellis, that's good. Ellis has got 41.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Irving kicks to Waiters. Over Ellis. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. And that'll be his third foul so far. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. A different look now for Cleveland. Kicks it to Barton. From past the arc. Scooped up. Can't connect from short range.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Clark kicks to Uda. Dishes to Gooden. Walton's there. Henson dishes to Gooden. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here is Caspi. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke.
You guys were firing on all cylinders out there tonight. That's got to be a win that makes you feel good about the team as a whole. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, it was a good win for the team, man. We did what we were supposed to do, and it made a difference. It's always easier when you can build a little cushion like that. There's less pressure, not as much of a sense of urgency. And you feel like you can play your own game without worrying too much about the score. If only every game was like that, man.